Killjoys! Did you think that this was over? You see, Korey, I've always known that you were a piece of shit. But Wess and Brooklyn, you should have known better. This is far from over, and the base is loaded. I want to introduce to you a little side of me, a little bit of Wicked. So you can lay down or get put down.
Welcome, Pro Wrestling 225 family, to Unleashed. I'm Spencer Hunt alongside Landon Corbin, and after a heated start to Bases Loaded just a week ago, we are back from the LM Lockhart Gym in Denham Springs, Louisiana. And in tonight's main event, it is tag team action that's been building ever since Super Gold 10. It's the new and improved Killjoys, Wess Warren and Korey Konstantine, teaming up against Wicked, Lucha Locura, and Asher Andrews. And of course, also in tonight's episode of Unleashed, we've got singles action as Jesse Dragonheart looks to restart his career in Pro Wrestling 225 after his disappointment at Super Gold 10, and he goes one-on-one against a returning Andreas.
Another competitor here in Pro Wrestling 225 that hit the restart button on their career is our women's champion Stella Ren, who captured the gold at Super Gold 10 over Brooklyn Barrett. Tonight is her very first defense of that title in an open challenge. Let's go backstage right now with Gabby Davis for more.
Welcome, Pro Wrestling 225 family. I'm Gabby Davis, and here with me now is the new 225 Women's Champion, Stella Ren. Congratulations on that win as well. Now, my question for you is, why an open challenge as your first title defense?
Well, thank you, Gabby, for the congratulations. I'm super excited. But as the Pro Wrestling 225 Women's Champion, I'm thinking of myself as sort of a leader in this division, and I want to expand upon it. I want to open the door to anyone who wants to wrestle in Pro Wrestling 225 from any state, Texas, Florida, Alabama, maybe somewhere up north. I think that'd be really cool. But I also want to prove to everyone that I earned this. This belongs with me. I deserve this, and I'm going to beat anyone who walks through that curtain tonight, no matter where they're from.
We're kicking Unleashed off tonight with a championship open challenge.
It was one hell of a great battle at Super Gold that saw Stella Ren win the Women's Championship. And I got to tell you something, Stella Ren looks great in gold, Spencer.
She sure does, and she is ready to be a fighting champion tonight, ready to take on, well, I guess anyone.
Open challenge here for the Women's Championship. Who's going to accept the call?
What a wicked answer to Stella Ren's open challenge. We know that in our main event tonight, Wicked is taking on the new and improved Killjoys. But I suppose Kimber Fox says, while I'm here, I may as well challenge for the Pro Wrestling 225 Women's Championship in what will be her singles debut in Pro Wrestling 225.
And what a way to make it. And let me tell you, this does something else for Wicked, right? Imagine the momentum that they'll be riding into that main event should Kimber Fox walk away with that gold right there.
That's what it's all about. The Pro Wrestling 225 Women's Championship on the line here. And notice Kimber Fox doing it alone here, with the rest of Wicked focusing on the main event. But Stella Ren with her first championship defense, and we get things started with a collar and elbow tie-up. Stella Ren, huge win over Brooklyn Barrett at Super Gold 10 in her hometown. Nonetheless, to claim her first Pro Wrestling 225 Women's Championship, but a very different type of test for Stella Ren tonight, as it looks like Kimber Fox will certainly have the power advantage in this one, Landon.
No doubt. I mean, talk about night and day. You look at the stature of a competitor like Brooklyn Barrett and the stature of a competitor like Kimber Fox. Stella Ren is going to be on her toes in her very first championship defense.
Is able to break free of that headlock. Ducks under the back elbow does Kimber. And here we go, a nice snapmare takedown. Uh-oh. Here we go. The scissors around the head there, and face first goes the champion into the mat below, counting it out. My goodness.
Stella Ren just got her brains rattled here in the early stages of this championship defense.
Kimber Fox leaving some lasting images in her debut appearance here in singles action. Goes low, but Stella Ren quickly and smartly gets out of the corner. Big elbow.
One thing Stella Ren does better than most is using that momentum. Ooh! Creating that space and charging into the corner.
Well, we talked about Kimber Fox having the power advantage, but a big splash there from Stella Ren. Target on to Kimber Fox. The double knee straight to the face. What would it mean for Stella Ren to be able to pick up the win in this open challenge as the hip attack to the back of Kimber Fox there? Because, Landon, it's one thing to climb the mountain and win the title. It's another thing to stay at the top. Leg drop there across the chest of Kimber Fox and a kick out.
You're absolutely right, Spencer. I mean, I think it's all about validation for Stella Ren, right? You finally did it. You won the big one at Super Gold. But what's the first thing that she did? She wanted her very next appearance to be a championship defense, and she laid it out for anybody. And she is getting everything that Kimber Fox can throw at her right now.
Well, you know, you set out an open challenge. Sometimes you might want to be careful what you wish for. Kimber Fox accomplished here in the Gulf South, although new to Pro Wrestling 225, certainly a competitor capable of reaching the top of our women's division as she comes off of the ropes there. Basement clothesline, and it stays on top with the cover and a kick out at 2.
And it says a lot about the character of Stella Ren to go out here and just weeks after winning the Women's Championship, wanting to defend it and be a fighting champion here in 225.
Absolutely right. But the last thing you want to do is put the title on the line, put that belt on there that you just earned, and then lose it 2 weeks later.
Oh, man.
Huge hip attack from Kimber Fox.
You saw Stella Ren's neck whip there in the corner, and Kimber Fox noticed how close Stella Ren was to that rope and grabbed that arm to turn it, but Stella Ren able to get the shoulder up.
Look at this, springboards from the middle rope and elbow drop. Beautiful from Kimber Fox. Looking to try to bring gold to Wicked here in Pro Wrestling 225, a kick out there. We talked earlier, Kimber Fox going it alone, no Asher Andrews, no Lucha Locura. The question remains for Stella Ren, is Lizzie anywhere to be found?
You never know when it comes to Stella Ren and Lizzie.
Pro Wrestling 225 family trying to get behind Stella Ren here. They don't want to see her lose her championship here at Bases Loaded. Trying to get Kimber Fox up.
That toughness and durability is exactly what earned Stella Ren that championship.
Look at that. that icicle cover on Kimber Fox and a kick out at 2. We know the history between Stella Ren and Wess Warren, former Ginger Avengers. Of course, we know Wess Warren, part of the new and improved Killjoys. But that lariat almost enough to get the job done, but Stella Ren gonna take it to the middle rope now.
Hesitates for just a second. But wait a minute. Catches Kimber Fox. What a tornado DDT. The champion could have it right here.
Is it enough to retain the gold? No, a kick out at 2. Kimber Fox showing her resilience here in this matchup. On the receiving end of a tornado DDT, but not enough to put her away.
Hard shot from Kimber trying to get out of whatever Stella Ren may have in store. Kimber has her up. Here's that power that we talked about.
Stella Ren trying to fight out of it, and does. Shoulders down for Kimber Fox, and that was it. One hell of a back and forth matchup, Landon. And you can see the mutual respect there. Stella Ren laid out the open challenge, and that was no definitive moment, right? Kimber Fox was here and ready for the challenge, but Stella Ren does get the upper hand tonight here at Bases Loaded to retain her Pro Wrestling 225 Women's Championship.
Can't wait to see what's next for our women's division here in Pro Wrestling 225.
We've got the Killjoys and Wicked to look forward to in our main event tonight. But first, let's hear from our next 2 competitors as we've got singles action on the way.
This Saturday, March 7th, I'm making my return to Pro Wrestling 225, and I'm out here in the dark again because this is where I love to go when I'm lost. At Super Gold, I lost my match and I was eliminated from the Rumble, and I don't know what to do. The Dragonheart is concerned, but I have to look down deep, and I have to remember who I am. Jesse Dragonheart isn't just a guy who flies high whenever the victories are good. Jesse Dragonheart is someone who picks himself up out of the dirt and whooshes forward without blinking an eye. I am not going to surrender, and this Saturday, the dragon is gonna fly all the way to the top of the 225 sky. My fists are ablaze and my soul is the spark. I'm Jesse, the Dragonheart.
Andreas, just a quick question for you. You are set to take on Jesse the Dragonheart, and fans have been saying you two are a perfect match in this.
No. No. See, me and Jesse Dragonheart, that's what you said? No, me and Jesse are not an equal match. See, I've been here first in this area, in the Gulf Coast, making my name, proving my worth. And it's about time I came back to Louisiana to show everybody whose time zone it really is and whose age all of you are really in. And tonight, it starts with Jesse, the Dragonheart. Allow this to be a public service message. All of you are in the age of Andreas. So let it drink.
The Pharaoh Prince is back in Pro Wrestling 225. Last time we saw Andreas in Pro Wrestling 225, he was one half of the team amped up, and he was facing a very, very competitive BRE in the Mad Dog Gil Gracie and Wild Thing. We know now how things are so different now. We still don't know where Wild Thing stands with BRE, but he is one half of the tag team champions with Michael White, it shocks me to say. But Andreas in singles action tonight. And I think this is going to be a showcase, Landon, of two potential fast rising stars of Pro Wrestling 225.
Well, you said it. I mean, a lot of folks are calling these two a very evenly matched based on their ability in the ring. But Gabby Davis tried to get that word with Andreas about that and get his reaction. He had a visceral reaction to hearing that. He feels like Jesse's the new kid on the block, and 225 tonight is going to be all Andreas.
Watch out! Alexis Windsor did not mention with Leopold, the Dragon, Jesse Dragonheart, back in Pro Wrestling 225. I don't know that the man has slept since Super Gold 10.
Sleep? He doesn't know what that means. Did you see? He just took to the skies, Spencer.
The man who proves that dragons fly. Oh my goodness. And what a beautiful cape he's got there.
I mean, the man just looks effortless, leaping through the skies. He is at an 11 at all times, but guess who else is amped up for this one? That's Andreas.
Don't take your eyes off of this one. Jesse Dragonheart, Andreas underway here on Pro Wrestling 225 Unleashed from bases loaded in Denham Springs, Louisiana. Collar and elbow tie-up. Andreas gets the upper hand first with a side headlock. Landon, you talked about the attitude of Andreas. We've spoken so much praise about Jesse Dragonheart, that big upset win over Michael White in his debut at Pro Wrestling 225 Friday night. Michael White did get the upper hand at Super Gold 10, but what do you expect out of Jesse Dragonheart tonight in his sort of rebound challenge against Andreas tonight?
Well, this is the thing about Jesse Dragonheart. It's consistency. The man has the same attitude, win, lose, or draw every time we've seen him. And he's coming into this one all more of the same. Obviously, he's looking to get the win here tonight. Andreas taking exception a little bit. Oh, look at this. No, Jesse getting the upper hand. How smart was that? One step ahead of Andreas on that occasion. Up and over goes Jesse Dragonheart.
Ooh. A snap arm drag there. There's a second one there. And a drop kick sends the Pharaoh Prince to the outside.
I mean, how fast is this man?
Well, we talk about the energy. That's the easy thing to talk about with Jesse Dragonheart. What you need to remember is that ring IQ. Here he goes, up and over from the apron. Listen.
Making it look effortless is Jesse Dragonheart. And he's got the fans here in Denham Springs fired up, Spencer.
Dragons do indeed fly in Denham Springs tonight. Can Andreas ride the early emotional wave here, though, against Dragonheart? Oh! Dragons fly again! And the cover on Andreas, and a kick out at 1. So much of this is about the spotlight that Jesse Dragonheart has earned over his first couple of appearances in Pro Wrestling 225. And I think Andreas might be a little bit jealous, Landon.
Certainly. I mean, he's had several opportunities here in Pro Wrestling 225 himself. It feels a little bit slighted by the fans here in Pro Wrestling 225. I don't know that that's necessarily earned, right? I think the fans do appreciate the work that Andreas has put in.
And we talked about the ring IQ of Jesse Dragonheart earlier, but Andreas very proud of his smarts there, ducking out of the way as Jesse Dragonheart went for that crossbody and nobody was home. And look at this, the spinning heel kick, textbook by Andreas, cover on Dragonheart, and a kick out at just 1. The question is, Landon, is it unearned? This sort of disrespect that Andreas is feeling I'm not sure. Is he making it up? I don't know.
Well, no, I think you've got a point there, right? He's taken that time to now mouth off to the fans, and then he wonders why he's lost their respect.
See how high Jesse Dragonheart got with that knee, who he may not be able to do that again as Andreas goes low and takes out the left knee. What's a quick way to make sure dragons don't fly? It's keep them grounded.
And you see the speed that Andreas was able to execute on that. What do we got here? Both of those heels hooked on the top rope, and he's just wrenching, using the extra momentum of that turnbuckle and those ropes. That is the tightest part of those ropes right there in the corner. You can only imagine the damage that did, once again, to the legs of the Dragonheart. Oh my gosh!
He's got Jesse Dragonheart tied up. Bit of a tarantula here.
Been years since I've seen someone attempt this move. Very, very dangerous. Oh man, and look at this.
Ooh! The target remaining on that left knee. And the complexity of this match has certainly shifted.
There's absolutely no way Jesse Dragonheart is gonna be able to fly after this. Oh my God, what the hell is Andreas doing?
Looks like he got the Dragonheart in a figure four there, using the ring post to his advantage. If he's not careful, he's gonna get himself disqualified.
And Jesse just writhing in pain. How the hell is this man gonna even stand up to get back to the back?
The Pro Wrestling 225 family trying to will Jesse the Dragonheart back into this thing. But there's only so much they can do. Who knows the damage that's been done to the knee, as Andreas had a pinning attempt there, holds on to Dragonheart as he was able to kick out there.
Very wisely does not let go, but Jesse forcing the separation at that time.
Ducks under, forearm. Dragonheart firing up, big back elbow. And a spin kick of his own connects. Cover on Andreas. And a kick out at 2.
Man, at the last second, Andreas gets that shoulder up. Man's got grit, both of these men do. But has the momentum slowed too much for Dragonheart? Ooh. Punch right to the chest of Andreas.
You don't see that a lot. Scrappy as they come.
Yeah, well, I mean, it did a lot there. Andreas, you saw after that punch, he's breathing heavier. Wait a minute. Jesse landed a little gingerly there, obviously feeling the effects, but he's gonna go for it. Can he hit it? Dragonfly 450, nobody home.
Took a little bit of time, and I think in part because of how damaged that knee might be, to find his balance on the top rope, and Andreas taking advantage now. A stomp coming from the apron to the inside of the ring there. And Andreas poised to pick up a big win tonight here at Bases Loaded.
It'd be huge, no kidding. But what's he doing? I mean, all this time allowing Jesse to recover on the apron? I mean, oh!
Another smart play there from Andreas, able to duck out of the way of the Dragonheart, and now here he comes.
Maybe it was all part of the plan, luring Jesse into a false sense of security.
From the middle rope, Andreas has the Dragonheart draped over the middle rope, and the scissors kick brings Dragonheart into the ring. And the cover to pick up the win at Bases Loaded, a kick out at 2.
Andreas thought he had the match won right there, but the resiliency of Jesse Dragonheart. And now, Andreas showing a little frustration.
Well, he's wondering, what's it gonna do? What's it gonna take to put the Dragonheart down for good here tonight? And maybe he's got the right idea. Dragons can fly. Trying to prove that Princess can, but Dragonheart meeting him on the top rope.
See how quickly Jesse Dragonheart got up there. Almost a little bit of one-upsmanship between these two, which is to be expected, given these similar styles. And oh man, Jesse feeling a little loopy after those headbutts. Oh my
Flips
God, you
off,
gotta
but
be
lands
kidding
on
me.
his feet.
What is it gonna take to keep this man down?
A superplex, and he hangs on. Andreas back up. Dragonheart. Oh! Plants Andreas. The cover. Jesse. Dragonheart picks up the win. That base is loaded. A hell of a matchup from two young guns in Pro Wrestling 225 looking to start climbing the ranks. Pretty impressive stuff. And Andreas will have his time, but the time tonight belongs to Jesse Dragonheart, Landon.
You can wound the body, but you cannot damage the heart. Jesse Dragonheart picks up a huge win at Bases Loaded.
Let's get you set for the epic finale of Bases Loaded and our main event of Unleashed tonight. Dragonheart's pumped up.
He's fired up, man.
As well he should be. And we're fired up for our main event coming up next. Korey, Konstantine, and Wess Warren, the new and improved Killjoys, take on Wicked in Lucha, Locura, and Andreus.
Royalty is here. Service, please.
Welcome to the Royal Elixir. What can I do for you today?
I don't know, what can you do for me today? First of all, my name's Korey Konstantine. Not as nice to meet you. Let's see what you got. All right, sweet cheeks, hit me with it. What you got?
I mean, the best I can give you is my Triple Crown.
What is a Triple Crown? I almost am a Triple Crown winner.
But then it's perfect for you. It's a Myers cocktail, glutathione, and a little B12.
Yeah, okay, but what does all that mean?
I mean, it's gonna help you restore and recover from top to bottom.
Top to bottom.
Top to bottom.
My muscles are sore. What about all these muscles?
I mean, it's got amino acids in it that's gonna help you rebuild and you won't be sore tomorrow. How does that sound?
Sounds like we should have gotten this started already.
I mean, let's do it.
Come on.
Palm up towards the ceiling, please. You're not you and you're dehydrated.
Thank you so much. This is amazing. It feels incredible. Oh my gosh, and I didn't even see this wall over here. You have such a lovely studio.
I'm so glad you've enjoyed it. We can't wait to see you back next month.
Korey, Konstantine, and cold-blooded Wess Warren, the Killjoys!
Korey, Konstantine, and Wess Warren have to feel like their shot to regain the tag team championships was run awry by Lucha, Locura, and Wicked at Super Gold 10. Tonight, they get the chance to get their hands back on Wicked, who also cost Brooklyn Barrett her shot, at least in their minds, at the Women's Championship while they were locked away at Super Gold 10 in some room.
This is going to be on them. They should have never crossed us. They should have never, ever, ever crossed us. Commentary from these freaks, you understand?
Pro Wrestling 225 Friday night in November. Korey, Konstantine, Wess Warren, and Brooklyn Barrett thought they cut the dead weight in Lucha Locura after losing at Faction Warfare in October. What they didn't know is that Locura would put on some new weight in the form of the Fox and the Jackal. And Lucha Locura may be better off than he ever was before.
One hell of a team Lucha Locura has put together. And why did we ever doubt Locura? One of the smartest men in professional wrestling, bringing in new blood here in Pro Wrestling 225. Obviously, we saw what kind of competition that Kimber Fox is bringing to the women's division here in 225. I'm so curious to see what Andreus is going to put together alongside Lucha Locura.
The same strategy the Killjoys had at Super Gold 10 against the Pillar, not even letting Wicked get set. But Wicked was ready for it, and out go Konstantine and Wess Warren. As we are joined on commentary for our main event, as always, by Alexis Windsor.
Good afternoon. My God, what a show we've had.
What an event. Look at this tag team work from Andreus and Lucha Locura. Andrews, the Jackal, taking down the new and improved Killjoys, guys.
We'll see about that by the end of the night.
This matchup not officially underway. The bell has not yet rung. We got to get this thing back into the ring to make that happen. But we know Lucha Locura is more than happy to keep the fight outside.
Yeah, well, this seems like it's Killjoy's MO to get things started hot and heavy. We've got 2 men in the ring. That means the bell's going to ring. And Lucha Locura could end this thing right here. No love lost between these two.
Just as much as we see a cover there from Locura, just as much as we know that Konstantine and Warren have wanted to get their hands on Locura since Super Gold 10, you have to think that Locura and Andrews have been just as much wanting to get their hands on Konstantine and Wess Warren as Konstantine spills to the outside.
Oh, wait a minute. Lucha Locura has demons in his head. Barking orders, but wait a minute.
Stopped by Warren. Locura trying to hang on. Oh, and a double stomp almost to the throat of Wess Warren. But Konstantine jumps in with a DDT over the apron. And things are going according to plan for Konstantine and Warren. Cover. Well, Locura in the middle of the ring.
So much animosity here, and I really don't think that Konstantine and Warren have forgiven Locura for locking them in the trailer. When was it, at the last show?
Right, at Super Gold 10.
Yeah.
And Locura certainly hasn't, Locura not one to forgive very
Surely
often, right?
not, yes.
But certainly hasn't forgiven the dead weight comment when the Killjoys turned their back on really a group that Lucha founded in Pro Wrestling 225 over a year ago.
Sounds like these men need to go to therapy.
We should have Pro Wrestling 225 therapy.
For a lot of reasons.
If Bases Loaded has taught us anything, there is some unresolved resentment happening, for sure. Big chop there from Wess Warren. Landon, what do you make of the new and improved Killjoys?
Well, I think they're absolutely reinvigorated. These two were our Pro Wrestling 225 Tag Team Champions, and you're seeing on full display exactly why. And they want nothing more but to make it back to the top of Pro Wrestling 225 and do whatever means necessary, including eliminating Lucha Locura, and they almost did just that right here.
Wess Warren using his tag team partner Korey Konstantine as a weapon there, and worked out nicely. Nearly got them the win tonight in our main event.
I am excited to see Wicked in action, though. Kimber Fox so impressive in that women's championship match, and the team of Andreus and Lucha Locura certainly gelling as well tonight.
Absolutely. We're going to learn a whole lot about Wicked tonight, but a hard Irish whip sends Locura into the corner, who just laughs it off. Konstantine trying it again. Locura down again. A little slower to laugh. that time around. Third time.
Oh.
Third time, not the charm. As Locura turns things around. Konstantine get the tag. Can Locura make it to the corner?
I mean, inches away, but Wess Warren that much closer.
Boot to the side of the face. Just kind of playing with his food a little bit is Wess Warren. And we know the nasty attitude cold-blooded Wess Warren has pretty much every time he steps into a Pro Wrestling 225 ring.
Or just in general.
And really getting it. You're right.
Come on, dead weight!
An impressive showing again at the Super Gold Rumble for Wess Warren just a couple of weeks ago. But you have to know that he's a little bit peeved not being a champion, whether tag team or SEC, and he hasn't quite climbed up to the heavyweight championship, although he's come close in the Super Gold Rumble.
That's right. He definitely has a chip on his shoulder.
Wess Warren will be the first to tell you he has aspirations to get to the top of the mountain, but he's seen so much success alongside Korey Konstantine and Brooklyn Barrett. This just makes the most sense for the cold-blooded Wess Warren at this time. He's got some frustrations to take out on Lucha Locura tonight. Oh, man.
Back and forth they go. And Warren finally goes low. Here he comes off the ropes. Locura meets him there with an elbow. Locura's going to take a turn now, and Wess Warren meets him with the forearm. Locura not letting Warren get away this time. Grabs the waist and a clubbing blow to the back. And look at these kicks. Straight to the face, Landon.
Man, those are hard shots. And that can affect your vision. Can break somebody's nose.
And Lexi, it's scary every single time, but Lucha Locura's face hasn't changed since this match started.
What a fixed expression he has. So determined.
Here we go, icicle. Ducked under from Locura. Ooh, and a chop to the throat there from Warren. As these two men, working to get the upper hand. Warren hangs on to the suplex there.
It just goes to show how well these two men know each other, though.
Absolutely, they tag teamed together for much of a year, right? And just when you think Wess Warren was gonna knock Locura down there with that suplex into the turnbuckle, Locura right back to his feet. Again, ducks the icicle from Warren, but a double clothesline, and now both men are down. Locura hasn't been able to tag the entire time in this matchup. Landon now feels like his moment.
If he can make it over there to Asher Andrews, this thing is going to be flipped on its head. The Killjoys have done an excellent job of cutting the ring in half and dealing a significant amount of damage on Lucha Locura. But Lucha Locura does get the tag, and Wicked's going to gain some momentum right here.
Look at that, beautiful. Double underhook suplex, and then a gut wrench as well. Asher Andrews making his mark in his official Pro Wrestling 225 debut. Tag team action here against Korey Konstantine, a former two-time heavyweight champion in his own right. Follows it up after a couple of blows to the side of the head. What's he thinking? Ooh, innovative. And a nasty landing on the neck of Konstantine, who kicks out at 2.
Seen the wars Korey Konstantine has been in with the likes of Lucha Locura, but this is the first time in Pro Wrestling 225 Korey Konstantine and Asher Andrews have tied it up.
It is interesting, guys. Oh, as Asher Andrews was building momentum, Wess Warren hits him right in the lower back with the knee, and Konstantine taking full advantage with a running senton there, and a cover to pick up the win. A kick out at 2. And just left hands here from Korey Konstantine. I was gonna say it is interesting as Korey Konstantine continues to level in on Asher Andrews. Konstantine, a former member of a power couple in Pro Wrestling 225, if you remember 4K, but facing now a power couple potentially in the making in Asher Andrews and Kimber Fox on the other side of the ring.
remember 4K well. We're talking about Pro Wrestling 225 Unleashed Episode 1, The Reign of Konstantine. And here we are, 100 plus episodes in, and Korey Konstantine still making his mark in Pro Wrestling 225, and in comes Wess Warren to do some damage to Asher Andrews.
Well, and Alexis, we just saw the experience that Konstantine and Warren have now that they've been tagging together for quite a while, using Lucha's emotions to their advantage to be able to sort of single Asher Andrews out there.
Yeah, that's right. It's very clever work by these two. They've just grown more consistent. I hate to say this, but more consistent as they've gone along.
They were scary as hell when they started. Consistency is a scary thing if you're the rest of the Pro Wrestling 225 locker room. Tag team maneuver takes down Asher Andrews, who's able to get a shoulder up there.
Yeah, you have to imagine our tag team champions, Michael White and Wildfang, are watching this match closely, just not close together.
That still sounds so wrong to me.
Korey Konstantine planting Asher Andrews, got that boot to the face, knocked Locura a cheap one there for good measure, and Locura not pleased with the way this thing is going.
Shut up, whoever saying that.
Korey Konstantine torquing the joint right there of the knee of Asher Andrews. Very smart. Getting the feel for exactly what Asher Andrews is all about. Trying to keep him grounded, and Konstantine.
Oh, this is not where he wants to be.
Absolutely not. He's in no man's land out here.
Wess Warren, I don't remember a tag happening, but thanks for coming in. Oh!
Just as we thought Asher Andrews was going to make the tag. Oh, yeah. Sure. Rubbing it in his face. Oh, man.
Konstantine and Andrews still the legal men in this matchup. Watch out here. Konstantine, backbreaker. And he holds on to Andrews in a precarious position here now. Landon, what do Andrews and Locura need to do? It kind of feels like they're getting beat at their own game here.
Well, you're exactly right. I mean, one thing that I've noticed here, Kimber Fox is here on the outside. Brooklyn Barrett not able to make it to the show tonight. So they need to maybe at some point try and play the numbers game. I know that's not exactly their MO, but I think it could very well be the key to victory for this trio here tonight in Wicked. We know the Killjoys will take every corner that they can cut. They're going to do it. Wicked's got to find a way to swing the momentum in their favor.
They may have taken the first step just now as Andrews finally breaks free of Konstantine. Alexis, how important is this moment in this matchup?
Oh, I don't think there's been a more important moment. Asher Andrews has to make that tag.
Konstantine makes the tag to Warren. In comes Locura as well. Clothesline takes down the cold-blooded one. He eats a back elbow as well. Whips him across. Big back body drop. And a second to Konstantine. Locura chomping at the bit to get into this thing and finally able to take out his frustrations on these new and improved Killjoys. And now we're going to be able to see some tag team tandem work from Wicked here.
This is it right here. Devil's Kiss from Wicked. This could be all she wrote.
The cover. Oh, Konstantine drop kicks Locura, who falls into the pin attempt. And Locura, certainly not the goal, but breaks up the pin attempt. And now the Killjoys turn their attention to Asher Andrews.
This is that experience factor from the Killjoys. Wess Warren and Korey Konstantine know what it takes to win, and they're doing everything in their power to keep the momentum out of Wicked's corner.
Wess Warren climbing to the top here with Asher Andrews. Evil intentions, I'm sure. And a big superplex. And don't look now. Korey Konstantine from all the way across the ring. That elbow drop, Konstantine's a legal man. And a kick out, or rather, Locura able to break things up. I'm not sure Andrews is going to kick out there, Alexis.
Well, you know, best to make sure.
Lucha Locura, right place, right time, no doubt. And now all 4 of these men in the ring. Korey Konstantine gets set just out to get the tag.
Konstantine, now the legal man. Listen, George Strong has a tough job in there.
No kidding.
I've got to tell you, when I ref tag team matches, not my favorite.
Our official having a tough time gaining control of this thing. As Warren and Konstantine are with Locura on the top rope, who's able to knock them down with a couple of elbows. Warren all the way down to the outside, and Konstantine left up there, but on the receiving end of another couple of elbows from Locura.
Control is something that you just cannot expect to have as an official whenever the Killjoys are involved.
And Lucha Locura.
I was about to say, count that double for Wicked. Oh boy. Oh my God.
I don't like this at all.
No.
Oh my God!
Locura, the poison Rana from the top to Korey Konstantine. Oh my God!
Somebody better check his pulse.
I'm speechless.
Locura, unreal from the top. All 4 men in the ring now.
Talk about slowing momentum. Korey Konstantine gonna try and fight his way back into this thing. All 4 of these men trading blows in the center of the ring here in our main event on Unleashed.
George Strong, listen, he knows there's about nothing he can do. He's just letting it happen.
What would you do?
Right, I don't blame him. Wicked currently with the upper hand here. Double rolling snapmares. Look at this, in tandem.
Stereo offense from Wicked.
Wicked have been so impressive tonight, and you know, so many chants for Lucha Locura as well. Still not sure if he's my favorite. It
It's
might
an
be
upside down world we live in.
It might be
Lexi.
Elphaba who's my favorite, but I'm warming to him.
Locura was just knocked down to the outside. Meanwhile, Warren's got Andrews up, looking to plant Konstantine, but Locura back in, and a drop kick to Konstantine takes him down. Asher Andrews able to make the escape from Warren.
Got that cravat in. We know what's coming next.
Ooh,
Cravat cutter.
that bicycle kick for added effect to Warren. Warren might be as good as done in this thing.
Couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Korey Konstantine doing everything he can, but in that gory special now, we saw it earlier. We're setting up for that devil's kiss. But oh my God, what the hell?
Wes Warren has Kimber Fox, and while Asher and our official were distracted, he hits the low blow on Locura.
And Korey Konstantine just rearranged the facial features of Lucha Locura. Joy Killer!
The cover from Konstantine. And the Killjoys come out on top.
And what the hell is this about?
Landon, you said it earlier in this matchup. As Warren continues to choke out Asher Andrews for what? What are we doing?
Korey's got a damn chair.
You won the match. What more do you want? Oh, this is nasty. Don't do this, Korey.
It's like Kimber's trying to plead with him.
Wraps the chair around the throat of Azure Andrews and sends him into the turnbuckle. He's despicable.
I mean, what the hell is this about from the Killjoys? I mean, the match is over.
What did he grab?
Korey Konstantine's got that damn wrist tape.
You won the damn match. You proved your point.
This is still about revenge, though. They are not done. So personal.
What the hell? They're taping Locura to the rope? What more could they do? Pushing down our official?
I don't even want to watch.
Picking up the pieces here. And what's left of Wicked. My God. Ugh! Cold-blooded driver.
And what's the point?
Trying to lure Kimber Fox in. Get the hell out of here.
Kimber Fox pleading with them. And all Lucha Locura can do is sit here and watch.
Oh, but they're not done.
What more could they want? Kimber Fox, a slap. No, come on now.
Come on.
Let her go. Wess Warren. No, the cold-blooded driver to Kimber Fox.
Come on. Enough is enough now.
And this is exactly how the Killjoys felt that Lucha Locura treated them. That any time that the Killjoys didn't end up on top, it was Lucha's fault because Lucha didn't step in. Lucha was just sitting there watching. That's what they're doing to Lucha Locura right now. Rubbing it in his face. How about your new team, they're trying to say.
If they thought Lucha Locura was dead weight before, look at all the dead weight they just left in the ring.
Mercifully, I think this is over. But certainly, this will not be the last we hear from Lucha Locura and Wicked in Pro Wrestling 225.